Welcome to the Inside Texas Football YouTube channel powered by InsideTexas.com. Happy Monday night. No live tonight, but we do have a live tonight because 2025 OL Jackson Christian from Port Neches-Groves has committed to Texas, an offensive lineman from a championship program, choosing the Longhorns. And Eric, this is a guy who, following in the footsteps of Roschon Johnson, has now decided that the Longhorns is the program he wants to join.
Well, I mean, yeah, totally different position. So not necessarily following in the footsteps of Roschon, but man, you know what? This guy's really good. I think he got a chance to be an NFL guard, but upside to play tackle in college for sure. A lot of guys play college tackle and then swing inside. The NFL will have that evaluation on him. He's got NFL length when it comes to wingspan and arm length, NFL size. And you like the fact that they just won a state championship improbably, a lot of people would say improbably over South Oak Cliff this past season. Um, I wrote an article today saying, giving the most likely class, and he was in it. It's very surprising. I'm surprised that he committed this soon, but I had him in the class, and it's interesting that it happened so quickly.
Yeah, and I'm about to get that tweet there up on the screen in just a second. And there it is. As you can see, after a lot of thought, I am blessed to say I'm officially committing to the University of Texas. I want to thank all the coaches that recruited me throughout the process. Hook 'em horns. Eric, there were some really interesting things during this recruitment that was worth noting. And one of them was the back-to-back visits that
Yeah.
he went on there in April. He came in, I think, what was it, for like Saturday, and then a couple days later there on Tuesday, he visited once again to see how Kyle Flood was in the middle of practice with those offensive linemen. This was at a time when we thought he was still going to take an official visit to Texas A&M, still take an official visit to Texas Tech, but he just, after seeing that on back-to-back days, goes in, sees what he needs to see, and obviously is moving a little bit off the post-official visit timeline after those two visits.
Yeah, like you said, there's a lot of interesting things going on here because, last fall we thought he was going to end up at Texas, and then go to January, February, we thought, oh, okay, well, wait a minute here, A&M's making a move. There was a good chance that, at least at the way we saw it, that he might end up at A&M. And then as spring went on, he went to A&M for a couple days. Not sure he saw what he wanted to see there, and then he came to Texas, not back-to-back days, but within 3 or 4 days, went back home, came back to Austin, and then we started to be put on notice. We thought this was going back on the course correction that we saw during the fall. We did think he was going to end up at Texas. It was a little surprising that it happened today, but that's the beauty of recruiting.
One of the things about this is gives Texas 7 commits in their 2025 class. Jackson Christian is the first offensive lineman in this class, and this is a class that is obviously going to be aiming high, maybe as far as stars and numbers as well. But with him, it seems like he gives a very great floor. Obviously, someone who has that guard center versatility, especially when you're pursuing tackles like Michael Fasusi, pursuing tackles like thinking throughout the DFW Metroplex, Lamont Rogers, Ty Haywood may not be as likely, but someone they're still pursuing. They're also still looking after guys like John Mills. They're looking in Iowa at Nicholas Brooks, I believe is his name, from John F. Kennedy High School in Iowa City. But someone who has tackle guard guard center versatility really helps. And also never a bad thing to get one on top of the Aggies and the Red Raiders as well.
Man, I'm not ruling him out playing tackle. I know he's likely to play guard, but once they get into strength and conditioning programs, if they have the requisite length, I think he does have it to play right tackle. It's all about movement skills and being intelligent and being in the right place at the right time. I'm not ruling him out. So many of these guys can play right tackle. I mean, Cole Hudson could play right tackle in a pinch. I was just at a practice the other day and saw Trey Hopkins, and of course he played all over the line. It's at some point it just becomes about intelligence, foot quickness, and just being in sync with your teammates. So I'm not ruling him out playing right tackle. I mean, honestly, I think he could play right tackle. I think if they get John Mills, he play right tackle. I think if they get Jordan Coleman, he could play right tackle. I'm not saying obviously they're not all going to do it. Let the best right tackle win, then spin everybody else inside the guard or center. But he has versatility that I think they're looking for. This guy was offered a long time ago by Kyle Flood. When Kyle Flood offers early, he's very successful. If you can look at the track record of guys he offered early, he doesn't miss. He doesn't miss often.
Got some comments here from our friend Philip Sorrells. That's what I'm talking about. Wayne Watson with a good comment. Big pickup, all about the trenches. Let's go get some more D line. Got a lot of work to do on that front, but hey, good to start with here with Jackson Christian. And as you can tell, he is a On3 industry ranking 3-star, number 495 in the On3 industry ranking, number 41 interior offensive lineman, number 75 player in Texas. On3 has him as the number 31 interior offensive lineman, number 71 player in Texas. And, you know, when we were looking at that tweet, we saw that he tagged Scary McCrary, which if you saw that, that's Cade McCrary. He was the holder on the Justin Tucker kick way back when Texas beat Texas A&M in 2011, obviously coming from a championship program in Port Neches-Groves. Cade McCrary is a rising guy in the high school football ranks. So a really smart offense there at Port Neches-Groves. I guess, is there, you know, obviously we're going to double check to make sure that he doesn't, you know, continue to go on that A&M visit or that Texas Tech visit. Seems very unlikely at this point. But when you're someone like Kyle Flood, and also when you're someone like Steve Sarkisian, it always helps to show a quarterback like KJ Lacey, who has still taken visits to other places. Hey, you want a big human? Boom, here's a 6'5", 290 guy who you may be playing under center with. It's nice to have these types of additions for recruiting, not just quarterbacks, but even running backs, as they look to add other guys on the trail going forward in the official visit season.
Well, I mean, it's a good foundational piece. I think if you look back at what you just posted from On3, that picture of him was, I think, from his sophomore year. He doesn't look anything like that, and because of that, I don't think his ranking should look anything like that either. To me, he's a solid 4-star inside outside guy. Tons of upside, very mature build at this point. It doesn't look like the guy that you saw in that picture with the glasses and all that. I mean, he's a big guy that you want protecting your foundational quarterback. So yeah, again, Flood, when he wants a guy early, he tends to get him. And I think I think it's right in line with what Flood's looking for long term, as far as just as identifying early on, staying to it, getting it. That guy was, a lot of people thought he was headed to A&M. They won that. That's a real head to head. A lot of head to head recruitments you'll see aren't really head to head. You'll see it in their commitment edits. Maybe somebody tweets it out and it's like this so and so school beat this school, but Texas wasn't pushing or whatever. This is a real head to head win for Texas over A&M.
Always good to add this. And it's about to be a busy couple of months over on Inside Texas. Make sure you head to InsideTexas.com. Use the promo code IT1. That'll get you 2 months of Inside Texas plus access for just $1. Looking at it on the night of May 13th, that'll get you through July 13th. And by about that time, should definitely be some kids who have made decisions. Kitchen table time. Obviously, Jackson Christian had his kitchen table time. Didn't see the need to go on visits to College Station in Lubbock. Went to Austin a couple times with his family in tow and decided he had seen everything that he needed for his decision. Also, make sure that you like this video, subscribe to the channel. We always got it coming with breaking news. We have it with daily intel, whether that's recruiting, team, or any high-level discussion. You're always going to want to check out Inside Texas Football YouTube channel. Eric, thank you so much. We will be back tomorrow morning with recruiting intel on the Inside Texas Football YouTube channel. We will see you next time. Thank you for watching.